Man, I feel so old right now.
No, it's so dope because listen, I learned something new finally. I think I wasn't using it correctly in the past. You have to
Okay.
join my live for me to add you. I
Ah,
think that was the
okay.
issue. And every time I'm like 10 to 15 minutes. So you taught me
Okay.
something.
But now we looking at you like this.
Oh, is it sideways?
Yeah, okay, yeah, there you go.
And now it's good? Well, now
Yeah.
it's like all, see, this is where it gets ghetto because now I have to like set things up as I'm live, which is so ratchet. But I did realize today I had to tell one of my contractors that I am certified ratchet. And people that are in Columbus will know that it's probably my west side that is coming
Hey, you
out.
already know.
Ah!
Oh, look, it tells you that people have joined. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
look at you. Oh, you're being
Look,
super old now. You just like you
look,
can't do
I'm
all
trying to
that.
tell you, listen, Varsity, listen. The last time I went live for real was during the pandemic. I was DJing. I was doing a Throwback Thursday, DJing, and they kicked me off, man. I was like, yo, I'm done with Instagram. I'm
Ah!
done. I can't do
It
it.
was censoring you.
Um, yeah, yeah, look. Oh, look. This is yeah, I'm old, man. Believe me.
What are you
Believe me.
doing? Are you listen, don't pay it, don't overly pay attention to all that. I mean you can, but like
I just see okay, yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna pay attention to that. What up? What up? What up? What up? Hey, how's everybody doing? Good evening.
listen, y'all, this is the first Take Care Tuesday in 3 rounds that we have actually started on time-ish because our geriatric millennial brains and experiences have figured out how to work Instagram Live. So I can guarantee that we will be starting at 8 o'clock every other week from here on out. Thank you.
There it is. There
Thank
it
you.
is.
This is what happens when magic comes together. Okay, guys, thank you. So, is this weird? Because I feel like oh, there it is. There's the money shot. And the extra
Yeah, you
chin.
good.
Self-care.
Ooh,
Self-care also looks like eating what you want sometimes.
for
Okay,
real.
so welcome everyone to Take Care Tuesdays. It's been about a month because a couple weeks ago I was on vacation, so we took a little bit of a break, but we're back like we never left.
Yeah.
And I am super duper excited to have my amazing guest, Antoine Snead, DJ Snead, CEO, owner, founder of SneadsWorld, father, business owner, husband. I mean, what else? What am I missing?
Uncle.
Uncle. I love it. Of all the
Look,
titles, you're like,
look, you thought I was
don't
gonna say
forget that
something
uncle.
like so yeah, I'm an uncle. Hey.
It's important.
Yeah, it really is.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen. I got to tell the people before I have you introduce yourself. That's the Take Care Tuesday way.
yeah,
I got to tell the people that we go back. We gonna age. I'm gonna age us, but I already told everybody we were geriatric millennials.
right, right.
We go back to Westland, not West.
Yeah, not West.
Westland
Like,
High School, Southwestern City Schools.
shout out to him.
97, 96.
96 at least. Yeah, me and Varsity go back. It's been a great run,
It's
believe
been a
me.
great run. And let me tell you this, that does not mean that we have been in contact every year.
Right.
It does not mean that we have kept up with each other. But when I tell you, no matter where I see you, no matter what it is, it's just like the same energy
Oh yeah.
since 96. Not the
Oh yeah.
same person, right? Because
Right.
we're supposed to evolve and grow, but the
Right.
same energy. And y'all know how rare it is to find good, positive energy in high school. Like, no one
Right.
was bringing that.
Right.
Snead
Right.
was bringing that. Snead
I
was bringing that in 96. He's bringing it in 2022.
I
He's
appreciate
been hilarious.
it.
He probably came out the womb with jokes. But I'm going to let his mama tell that story.
Right.
Listen, Snead, in Take Care Tuesday, I want you to I want you to introduce yourself to us as if you were introducing someone that you love and admire.
Okay. Um, I am, well, I'll put it like this, depending on when you met me, there's different phases in life that I probably was to you, you know? So for instance, if you met me as a child, as a young one, I was probably Snoop, you know, played I played football, nickname was Snoop. If you met me in school, well, if you met me out in the hood, out in I hate saying this name, but I'm gonna say it. If you met
Say
me
it.
out in Shannon Way,
Drop it. The real
um,
ones know.
yeah, if you met me out there, I was probably Snead. Um, if you met me, you know, in high school during my rapping days, I was probably a rapper to you. If you met me after those days, I was probably, you know, Snead or, you know, I started DJing. Shout out to Reese. Well, Reese, I don't know where you
Hey,
at, but I
hey.
hope you hear this. Reese, what up, man? But no matter when you met me, I was probably DJ Snead. To my kids, I'm dad. To my wife, you know, it depends on the day. But no. You know, but full name Antoine Lamar Sir Juby Keith Adams, Prince Leroy Kimagabi the second Junior Snead.
Okay.
But you know, Mr. Snead, I'm just Snead, man. I just
Yeah.
tell everybody all the time,
Yeah.
I'm just Snead. I'm just me. Um, I never, I never tried to be somebody I'm not,
Mm.
and I always try to be true to myself and be true to others. And there's days I fall victim and I don't, but there's more days than not. You know that I'm true to myself and true to everybody around me.
Okay, we got to take this back because that was a
Okay.
good word. And I can say, right, because I told you I've known you since 96, so I can say
Okay.
100%. I didn't know how to put it into words back then,
Okay.
but you were who you were, and it was genuine and it was real. You just feel that energy, right?
Right. Right.
How? How? Because how old were you back then?
I mean, you know what? I think this is what I've always looked at myself as. My life has always been a um, do not become a product of your environment.
Mm.
Do something different.
Mm-hmm.
Be something that everybody says you can't be. And you know, growing up where I grew up and where we grew up, there was I mean, honestly, it was three choices. You either played sports, um, you rapped or sung, you know, did something in music,
Mm-hmm.
or you sold drugs.
Yep.
You know, those were your three choices. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And um, after I got hurt playing basketball and football and stuff, I'm like, all right, let me start trying to rap because I don't need to be out there selling drugs. I'm not a good drug dealer anyway, because they can be like, hey, you seen the dude that's always smiling with big ears? Oh yeah, Snead. Yeah, he right over there. You
Get
know what I
them.
mean? Like, come on, I'm gonna
Yeah.
get
No
caught.
good. No good.
So I'm like, yo, just let me stick to the rapping and music and this and that and this and that. And I've always, you know, my goal every day is just to to bring something to somebody, and that makes me feel better. That makes me feel good,
Mm.
whether that's my wife, my kids, me professionally, or me helping out somebody else, helping out their business or helping out my business. Because truth be told, when I help out your business, that's going to help me out no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to reap the benefits of that no matter what, believe
Yep.
me. Yeah.
Yep. I love that.
So, yeah, that's
So, what is it? How does that connect to like how you take care of yourself? So, like you've always been a person that has always been a big smile,
mhm.
positive energy, like you said,
Yeah.
looking out for other people. Where do you fit into that equation though?
It's funny you say that, man. You know, my wife had asked me the other day, she was like, what do you do for yourself?
Mm-hmm.
And I really didn't have an answer. And I kept saying, well, I do this for you and I do this for the kids and I do this. And she's like, no, what do you do for yourself? And I'm like, man, um, I mean, I'll probably go grab a Fago Peach, you know what I mean? Because that's my drink, you know what I mean?
Oh,
If anybody know me.
still?
But look, come on, man. Come on, Fago, come on. But I ain't trying to give them no free promotion right now. Fago, you gotta pay me. Somebody at them. But
Correct.
um I really have been thinking about it lately and I've been trying to do more for myself. So if that means, hey Snead, you need to um you need to call the doctor and get in,
Mm.
get that annual exam. Hey, Sneed, you need to go to the dentist. You need to go ahead and, get, you know, your self-care taken care of. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I'll tell you the real V. So I was, normal day, got up, did what I do, went to work, came home, and I was in this basketball league, and I'm like, yo, all right, we got a game tonight. I'm ready, So we get to the game, I'm balling.
Yeah.
You can ask anybody who's there. I was balling that night, giving them, freaking brothers every way like MJ. All right,
Okay.
your boy pops his Achilles,
Oh. Oh, that's
and
nasty.
yeah, it sucked.
Ugh.
Because it was like I kept it, and it kept playing back in my mind, like, come on, man, I've taken care of myself, I think.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Mm.
that was just God's way of showing me, like, yo, you ain't taking care of yourself. So let me bring you a step back and let me show you how to really take
Mm.
care of yourself. And me having to depend on other people is not really my forte.
Yeah.
Because I'm so used to everybody depending on me. And
Mm.
so like I'm scared to ask people for stuff. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Because I'm used to getting it myself. I'm used to being able to do it myself. So here I am, my Achilles torn. Hey, I gotta ask, hey, can you grab me that? Hey, can you do this and this, and so self-care to me is being able to not only do for yourself, but doing
Mm.
for others. But being very, like I said, being vulnerable, honestly.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Why is that so vulnerable to ask for support? I mean, I
You,
struggle with this too. So like but it's very hard
yeah.
um to put myself in a need
Hmm.
space.
Yeah. You know what? For me, it's because I've never wanted somebody to have one up over me ever in my life, ever.
Ah,
Um, I'm because I don't bring up the past like you remember when I gave you, or you remember when I do things out of the kindness of my heart, but other people don't, and I
yes,
take them for granted,
yes.
and I take that for granted. I think everybody else is
Ooh.
like me, and they're really not. Um, so sometimes it's like I don't want somebody else to do something for me because then they'll have one up over me. Hey, Sneak, you
Mm,
can't do this, but do you remember when, like I do things not
mm,
wanting something back in return.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the big difference between me and
Mm.
others, honestly.
But not everyone. Like, has anyone ever showed you that they would do that? Like, why does your mind go there? That someone might throw it up in your face, because there's so many stories you could tell yourself.
Oh yeah. Um, Man, honestly, yo, I'll be completely honest with you. And I hope people hear me out when I say this. And I hope some people that need to hear this get something from this. But it started with my dad, Joe,
Mm,
honestly.
mm,
Um,
yeah,
I never wanted I never wanted somebody to have something over me.
yeah.
Like I never wanted him to be like, well, I did this for you, or, look what I did for you, because, growing up, I only seen him when it benefited him. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
And that's probably why we don't have a relationship
Yeah.
today, is because there's nothing else that he can teach me. I know how to drive, I know how to tie my shoes,
Mm,
I know how to, work out. I don't need my resume tightened up anymore.
mm-hmm.
Um, so but I'm not trying to make this putting him down or
No,
nothing,
no,
because
no,
he
no.
made me better because of what he wasn't.
Amen.
So
Amen.
yeah,
Amen.
yeah,
Everything is for a reason. Everything is
for
for
real, for
every
real.
single situation.
Oh yeah.
Um, you said something off camera that I
Uh-oh.
gotta bring to the people. You said two things, but I'm gotta focus on one thing at a time.
Okay.
You said if you knew me before 2010, you probably don't know me now.
Yeah.
Talk to us. What's that mean?
Um, Man, there's a lot to that. I've changed, and if listen. there was a saying, and I loved it. If money hasn't changed you, you haven't made enough.
Ooh, ooh.
And I used to argue with people all the time about that. Like, well, money should never change you. And I'm like, look, the only thing I'm saying is this. I've been broke,
Mm,
like broke.
mm,
You know, when
mm-hmm.
Biggie said "baby on the way, mad bills to pay," he was that would I lived
That was
that.
you. Yeah, yeah,
And I've been on both sides of the fence. I've
yeah,
wanted and I've not needed.
yeah.
So if you met me prior to 2010, I would love to introduce you to the new
Oh,
Snead, you know.
you need a
Um,
reintroduction. Yeah,
right.
yeah,
But I still got love for everybody of before 2010. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like, I love all y'all. Y'all mean a lot to me, and I'll never forget you guys and where I come
yeah.
from. But I want to bring you over here with me because, look, on this side, this is the real side. This is the side that's flourishing. There's
Mm,
abundance, there's growth, and there's a future over here. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? I remember I met a homie once that I knew from back in the day, and this was back in my ignorant phase. And when I say ignorant, meaning like just stupid,
Unaware,
just
just
yeah,
unaware. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And when he seen me, he was like, you know, what you went and got married, man? Pimps up, hoes now. And I'm like, what?
No.
And I'm like, bro, that's not what it's about, man. You
Yeah.
gotta want something more in life. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? And the thing is, life is short, man. And anytime I'm on a platform and there's more than just two people on it, I'ma say it. Um, my man Mike Maloney is not here with us no more,
Mm,
and I miss him every day. It's not a day I don't think about him.
mm.
And Mike, he showed me the love that he had for others, and I'm just trying to keep Mike's name alive daily.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Um, so yeah, so if you know Snead now, please, please live and don't think about him back then. Think about
Yeah,
Snead now because
yeah,
back
yeah, yeah.
back then is I'm not that same guy. Believe me,
I mean,
believe
listen,
me.
and allow for space for evolution,
Oh yeah,
evolution of others and evolution of yourself. I remember, I mean, maybe in my 20s, I felt like it was a bad thing when people said, "You've changed, you're different, you're not," like, I took it like, "Oh, am I being fake?" Like, like, "Oh my gosh," like,
yeah,
and now I had someone tell me, I used to live in Miami. I had a thoughtful season. And and I had a homeboy I was cool with, and I connected with him a couple years ago when I visited, and he was just like, "Yo, you've changed. Like, you're not even like the same Varsity. I feel like we can't even talk about anything." And I said, "Thank you."
right, for
That's the
real.
best compliment that someone can give me is
Hmm.
you've changed, because I don't want to be the same person I was yesterday, if I'm being honest. I'm always
Varsity.
always in competition with myself to be a better version.
Oh yeah.
So,
Listen, I have just and I'm gonna feel like a fool saying this publicly, but I just started like really getting reading, like really reading, right? So I'm reading Malcolm X, and Malcolm said, if you're the same person you were 20 years ago, you've wasted 20 years of your life.
oof,
And that
very much so.
resonated with me so much
Very
because
much so.
I'm thinking about Snead in 2002. Okay, Snead in 2002. The, there ain't no way I could be him. No way. And I'm just trying to inspire others and give others the blueprint that they can do. Listen, if I can do it, believe me, you can do it too. Believe me.
So, how did taking care of yourself get you to evolution? Like, what role does that play? Give us some tangible things.
Um, I think so. Look, when me and my wife put together things, right? So it could be anything from my son's bike to my daughter's trampoline out back, right?
Yeah.
I hate reading the directions. I hate it. I
Really,
hate
man? Really, man?
it.
You don't like
so
reading the
so
directions?
I'm always the one. oh, this looks like it goes there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get 3/4 of the way and you're like, oh, I messed up on step 2. So now you got to go back and do everything all over again.
Yeah.
But listen, self-care to me is doing things your own way,
Mm.
whether you fail or not. Because listen,
Mm.
failure, it's not really considered failure to me if
Yeah.
you try. If you try and learn, it's not
Mm.
failure. It's just a stepping stone to where you want to be,
Mm.
right? And
Yes.
I I say that to say, you know, I used to be on Instagram Live. I used to be on Facebook Live, especially during the pandemic. You dig?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a DJ, so everything the world was shut down. I had nothing else to do. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
let me DJ for everybody. Let me show
Yeah.
them, my skills, this and that, and this and that, right? So every time I got on, Facebook would say, we got to cut you off because you're playing something that's prohibited, or
Ah.
or
Okay.
Instagram would say, hey, I got to cut you off because you're
Mm-hmm.
you're doing something that's prohibited. So I got
Mm.
mad and I'm like, I can't connect with my audience because other platforms won't let me connect with my audience. But it's not my fault. It's not their fault either. So
Mm.
what I had to do was I said, you know what? I'm going to create my own platform. And therefore, when I create my own platform,
Oh,
I'm
yes.
able to say, do, direct, create whatever I want to. And so it goes back to the directions, like I hated taking directions, but I've learned so much from these other platforms that now my directions are even more clearer. You dig? So I'm able to take what Facebook allowed me to do and what they didn't allow me to do and marry them. And then you get SneadsWorld. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I always said this to myself. I always wanted to keep my name into everything that I do,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna tell you why. Um, I wanted to ensure that one, my kids knew how hard the dad worked for his name and their name, but two,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to make sure that when you said my name, you said it in multiple ways. Oh, you mean Snead? Just like I said, it depends on when you met me. Snead
Yeah.
the rapper,
Yeah.
Snead the DJ,
Yeah.
Snead the businessman, Snead from corporate America, Snead from Shannon Way,
Yeah.
Snead from
Yeah.
that's always been me.
Yeah. It's so wild because I am a rule follower. So I'm coming at it from a different perspective, but I feel like we got to the same place.
Hmm.
So I come in from a space of I crave structure because I didn't have it as a kid.
That's dope.
And
Yeah.
so for me, it grounds me. So
Right.
rules, I don't care if I agree with them. Give me a rule, I will follow it. Give me a path, I'm staying on it. Like I'm
Right.
committed to that. Um, until I had this awakening a few years ago where, wait a minute, some of these rules, they ain't hitting right.
Right.
And some of these shoulds and standards that people put on me
Hmm.
don't work for me.
Hmm.
Okay, so strip it all away. What works for me? And then it got to the curiosity is one of my values of, okay, don't just follow the rule blindly. Ask questions. Like
Right.
sometimes the rule is a guideline,
Right.
right? Sometimes it's a suggestion. Be
Hmm.
curious about it. And then if it resonates with you, move in that direction.
Right.
And I think a part of that is too, is you have to be aware of what moves you.
Hmm.
What gives you purpose, what gives you peace, what gives you confidence, how do you thrive,
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean?
Oh
And
yeah.
for me, like taking it from a business perspective, right? So like working corporate America, small businesses to larger businesses,
Hmm.
I was in professional development and there was rules, there's standards that this is how you train people, this is how you conduct HR procedures, what have you. And some
Right.
of it, especially being a Black woman, did
Hmm.
not line up, right?
Yeah.
And so it caused me to ask questions of what works for me? How do
Mm-hmm.
I do this for myself? And it's not ideal.
Right.
It's not something that I see people doing a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but it resonates with me. And you kind of have to have that faith
Right.
in, one, knowing who you are, and two, knowing what works for you, even if it doesn't work for the rest of the world.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know what? Not only that, you're able to see where you fit in each, you know, in each segment of life and business.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%. I always tell people, the better you know yourself, the better you know what works for you, you know what doesn't work for you, you know the people that don't serve you. There's certain types of people.
Oh yeah.
Listen, self-care, I don't
Mm-hmm.
care what anybody says. Self-care is blocking people.
Oh yeah.
Not everyone can have access to you. I don't care who they are. It's family members that don't get access to me, if I'm being
Man.
honest.
Man. Say it.
It's for
Say it.
my peace and
Yeah.
my protection so that I can thrive as a mother,
Yeah.
as a business owner, as a
Yeah.
friend, as
Mm-hmm.
people that pour into me. I have the capacity to pour into them. If you don't
Right.
serve me in some way, and this is not from a negative standpoint or a selfish standpoint, this is taking care of yourself,
Exactly.
right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I somehow, the pour is reciprocated.
Right.
And I will
Right.
block someone in a heart. Sir, when I tell you, I probably done blocked 3 people yesterday.
Ooh, man. So look, I say this, and I say this with all due respect, okay? So when it comes to business, um, and I said this on my podcast the other day, you have two groups of people, right? You got the group that when you tell them your price, they're like, "Oh, that's it?"
Mm,
And then
yes.
the other group is the people that say, "Oh, that much?" Stay away from that much people,
Woo, woo,
okay?
ah,
Um, I need I need y'all to know your worth.
ah.
Set your price and don't move away from it. No matter
Write
who
that down.
says, stop giving people this, stop giving family discounts. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Listen, the people that have supported me the most don't ask for a discount.
at all.
And it doesn't even mean they actually are paying. They're also referring, but they're not
Exactly.
referring with, oh, she might hook you up, just say you know me,
Right.
boom, boom, boom. No,
Right.
you're supporting me. You want me to thrive and excel. You're happy to pay full
Right.
price. But I
Exactly.
just want to make it real clear, real clear, because I like to hit, I'm a trainer, so I like to hit everybody at every level. What you just said is not a business statement.
Oh
That's
no.
a life statement.
Yes.
Stay away from people that say, that's too much. You're too much.
Yeah.
Those
Listen,
are not your people. You're
for
not too
real.
much.
Hmm.
You're you.
And look, life is like a book, right? And so you're reading this book, and some people in your life, they didn't get there until chapter 12. So they got 11 chapters that they missed. They missed that grind 11 times. You dig? And I want to tell like all new business owners, right? Listen, my number one advice to you is to know your worth. Don't
Oh,
cheat the grind, but
listen.
know your worth, okay? Whether you are, you do your own competitive intelligence and you look around and you see who's charging what, who's doing what,
Yeah,
these are what they're offering, this is what they're offering. I want to be able
yeah.
to offer both, so I'm gonna charge this. Listen, family will never understand that, you know.
Mm,
All they see is that you're winning, and since you're winning, I should be getting the discount, okay?
yeah,
But this
yeah.
isn't Walmart,
Mm,
okay? I can't
not
roll
yet.
back my prices just based on me winning, you know?
Yeah.
So in order for me to have self-care and to continue to, do the things that I do and provide the services that I provide, with a
Yeah.
smile on my face,
Yeah.
I can't just keep giving discounts and discounts and discounts.
And listen, let's even broaden that again. I want to talk about everyone because I don't want to exclude.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even just the business owners. If you're like me, I'm divorced, back on the dating market. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
offering discounts. I'm not offering any
Right.
type of shaping and molding to contour to fit your standard of what you need.
Right.
This is me.
Right.
This is who I am. And if I'm too much for you. And thank you for that.
Yeah.
I don't take it personally. Thank you for that, because that no gets me closer to my yes.
Exactly.
And that's in every stage of life.
Yeah.
You know, and guess what? I remember I had a business coach straight up. As soon as I started, she's like, name your price. How much do you think you're worth? What number popped into your head? I was like $250 an hour. She was like, go with $250 an hour. I'm like, but I don't think anyone's gonna pay me. I don't think I'm worth that. That's just the number popping. She's like, no, it pops in your head for a reason. Sit with that. And if it's too high and no one's biting, then maybe you lower it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then if people are like, oh, that's it, and everybody says that's it, then you know you priced yourself too high. But don't lower yourself right off the jump. Reese,
exactly.
We just was talking about you, big bro.
Is that Reese? 20. Hey.
He had to get a shout out now.
Right,
Reese had to get a shout out.
Hey, and look, Reese will tell you, if you knew Snead back in '96, you don't know Snead today. Believe me.
And listen, it's real. And I think there's a lot of people, especially, like, let's just be real. Because, you know, I'm diverse. My friend circle has always been diverse, but we're talking about the blacks. Okay? We have a history of being devalued.
Yeah.
It is very, very important that we lean into the work of knowing our worth, not that fake worth. I'm talking about take everyone's name off of you, and all you're left with, butt naked in the mirror, is you.
Right.
So you can know, so you can breed with someone that knows.
Right.
So you can make generations of beautiful people that know their value and worth. And for me, that is self-care. That, if I could sum up taking care of myself, it's what do I do to honor my worth, honor God, and thrive.
Yeah.
I want to thrive 24/7.
For real.
I'm worth it.
I want to be able to leave my mark. You know, remember back in the day, you walk into the bathroom in Westland and it said Snead was here. I'm trying to leave my mark. It didn't say. I was never doing it, but I know some goons was doing it.
Oh, they was putting your name on there? Okay.
Look, I'm trying to leave my mark in every step in life, business, even when you meet somebody just out in my neighborhood. Oh, you know him? You cool with him? If you cool with him, you cool with me. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I tell people all the time, if you don't like me, there's something wrong with you. I'm one of the easiest people in life to get along with. You really
are. I can't say that. I can't say that. But you can say that. That's so true.
Right. Like, if I don't like you, then it's something. I'm getting weird vibes, and it's something. Because I honestly, I get along with pretty much everybody.
Yeah, everybody. And what Beyonce say, I was here. And I don't think you need some huge platform, right? So I say this a lot in training. A leader is anyone that has the capacity to influence another person.
Okay. Yeah.
You can influence at Kroger.
Right.
You can influence the mailman when he delivers your mail. Like, it's just micro joys, micro sparks of happiness, a smile, a hello, how are you, acknowledging someone's humanness. You are a human being, and you are setting a ripple effect of love and positivity and empathy. And that is limitlessness.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter if anyone knows Varsi and who Snead is, right? On a global level.
Right.
It's you left your mark on the world on a longevity level because you affected other people who affected other people in a
Yeah,
positive way.
yeah, for sure. And think about this,
Boom.
like I tell people I tell people all the time, like, yo, um, when it comes to my businesses, I really don't try to do that much promotion because I want you to promote for me. I want you to be
Yeah.
my promoter. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, why don't you ever see commercials with Maybachs?
Yeah.
Because all these rappers are promoting it for them. They don't have to. You know, Porsche, you know,
Yeah.
it's just crazy. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to
So true.
where I don't have to, put 80,000 blasts and put a big ad up on the corner of
Yeah.
front and Broad Street, different things like that. Oh, Broad and High, I said front, Broad and High, you know what I
I
mean?
know.
But
I feel you.
my thing is I'm trying to think more than just Columbus.
Mm.
I'm trying to think more than just Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
want to think national and global. Like I was in New York City once, and my wife has this thing like you're gonna see somebody, somebody everywhere you go, somebody
Oh
knows
my
you.
gosh. Seriously?
I'm in the middle of New York City. I'm in this is city of dreams, millions and millions of people,
Yeah.
and I hear, "Hey, Antoine," and
Shut
I'm in New York
up.
City. There's probably 20,000 Antoines here, so it ain't
Correct.
me. Man, this lady, Antoine, come here, come here. I'm like, oh my God. And my wife is like, for real? New York City?
How'd she know you, Snead?
I have no clue.
But you didn't
To
know
this
her.
day. I
Don't recall
definitely
her.
didn't know
Yeah, yeah,
her.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
how's your mom? How's your family? Oh, and I'm like, man, like that was crazy. But
That's
now,
beautiful.
I mean, especially in a community, I'm probably going to see somebody I know. But that's just me, just being me. That's me
Yeah.
being, very authentic and just showing grace to everybody,
Oh,
honestly.
oh, grace is so important. We need it
Yeah,
and we got
for
to
real,
give it.
for
Okay.
real.
I want to show the facets of you. I don't know this side of you. This is a question I really would like to know, honestly.
Uh-oh.
Because you are a one percenter. A one percenter is a black man that smiles.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that's
That's
sad,
dope.
but that's true.
That's dope.
That's rare.
Okay.
And it's unfortunate. But talk to me about how you soothe yourself when you have been triggered.
Ooh, ooh. Um, that's a good question. Like I said earlier, um, I don't have many bad days. Like,
Mm,
it's very rare that I have a bad day, and I know my daughter's probably on here like, yeah, right, Dad. She probably got more stories than I got, but nah, I'll say this. When I have bad days, I think it's very important to reflect on how I can make it better the next day.
yeah. Yeah.
Um, because harboring hate, um, is bad.
Mm,
It's real bad. And
mm-hmm,
the reason how I know it's bad because I still have a lot of hate in my blood for a certain person.
mm,
And I just can't
mm,
let it go. It's hard to let go. I tried and I've
yeah.
tried and I've tried. And when
Mm.
I finally let it go, they came back
Oh,
and
that's how they do.
I let them back in again.
Mm,
And then I was let down again.
mm,
And to me,
mm,
being able to let go of past relationships with this person,
mm.
and I say relationships
Yeah, I
because
hear you.
he's known to come in and out of
Mm-hmm,
my life, but
mm-hmm.
there's no more coming back. I'm sorry.
Mm.
So just being able to move past the past and just
What's that
keep
looks like? People want to know what that looks like. What is that? What is that? What are you
um
doing on a regular or
yeah. So with me, like I'm big into music. Obviously, I'm DJ Snead, but I I look at life through the lens of music, right?
Yeah.
So there's a song that could come on and I could tell you where I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
or what was happening in my life when that
Yeah.
song came out. You know what I'm saying? And so I listen to a lot of music that gets me over humps, that gets me
Mm.
on down days, that brings me up. I'm gonna tell you something I don't tell many people, Varsity. I wake up every morning, every morning with a song in my head. Every
Ooh,
morning.
and a song in your heart. If it's in your head, it's in your heart.
Every morning.
That's
It's a
beautiful.
sometimes it might be the same song, but it's a different song. Every day there's a new
That's
song
dope.
in my head. And I listen to that song to get my day started. And that's just me. And that day sometimes
Mm.
brings me joy. It might come from a dream that I had. It might come from a person I last talked to and they reminded me of this. It might come from an event that I have coming up and this is the direction I should go when it comes to the music. It might come from
Yeah.
anything, you know.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love that. Your life is a soundtrack. But
Oh
it's
yeah.
crazy too. So I don't believe in bad days. I think there's bad moments throughout the day. But if
Yeah.
you label it a bad day, you limit the possibilities of that day.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. I but it takes intentionality. So I'm big on intentionality. It takes intentionality
Hmm.
and it takes a growth mindset.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? To be
Yeah.
able to regulate and say, okay, it's this way now, but it doesn't have to be this way going forward.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, and that's in small increments or big increments, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
Um, so I love that. I have been looking forward to this interview.
Thank you, my
Honestly,
friend.
I have
Thank
been
you.
looking forward to this interview, connecting with you.
Yeah, for sure.
I truly appreciate who you are. I
Thank you.
appreciate all the like memories that we've had over the years.
Listen, I think people need to know that me and Varsity used to freestyle all the time,
Oh,
yo. Listen, we used to be at the table at Westland High,
yes, we
and
did. Yes, we did.
somebody got the beat going, and Varsity just walk up and just start rapping, and I'm like, yeah, go, go.
A mess, like ABC rhymes, a mess. It was nothing spectacular, but I did it.
Yeah,
I did it.
those were the
I kept
days,
up.
man.
I kept
Yeah, for
up. It
real,
was, you
for
know, you
real.
didn't take yourself too seriously back then. At least I didn't.
Right. Yeah, I definitely didn't.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know you didn't. That was the
for
best
sure.
part of you. That was the
Right,
best part of you.
right.
Okay. Talk to me about, I'm going to give you some speed questions.
Okay, let's go.
What makes you laugh?
Stupid stuff.
What makes you think?
The future.
Best advice you've ever received?
Um, Snead, don't go left, go right.
Mm.
Be different.
Mm. Worst advice you've ever received?
Um, I really love you. You look good. You everything to me.
Ah, not with that voice.
Did you see the?
That ain't even advice.
Oh, it was
You're trying to
advice in
trap
my
him.
head. Yeah, yeah. Hey, mama, she said she loved me. Yeah.
Listen, hey, don't talk to her like that, Mom. That's
Right,
my girl.
right, right. It's my girl. Nah, and also, I think the best advice that I ever received was, you know, be a man of integrity, be
Mm.
there for your family.
Mm.
Um, I never wanted kids growing up, and I ended up with three
Mm.
of them,
Mm.
and they're my world. They're everything to me. And for my daughters, one thing that I realized is that they can never divorce me, so they're stuck with me. They can get rid of my last name, but they're stuck with me forever. They will always be mine. So
But you know what? I wanna change the word stuck to.
okay.
They get to experience you
Ooh, yeah,
for
I
a
like that too.
lifetime. You know what
That's
I'm
dope.
saying?
I
Because
like that too.
there are people that I do feel stuck with.
Ah,
I don't want my kids to be stuck with me. I want to be the parent that they choose to
That's
visit.
dope. Yeah, that's dope.
You
I
know what I'm
like that.
saying? They don't
I
feel like
like
they
that.
have to.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. They get
I'll
to
use that.
experience you.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing. And that says a lot about, I always say when I'm older is when I'll know how good of a parent I was to them.
Yeah.
When they have to choose.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm.
What scares you?
Man, what scares me? Um, Not being able to finish what I start.
Mm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
um, I want my fingerprints on a lot of different things,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm always thinking. I'm always up to something. Believe me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm never sitting idle. So, I'm big on basketball, right?
Yeah.
And so, I had to realize at an early age that there's some people that's fine sitting on the bench cheering you on. They never want to get in the game.
Yeah.
They're happy to say they're
Mm.
your teammate. Hey, that's my teammate, that's my guy. But here I am carrying the team.
Yeah.
And I'm the reason that we're in overtime right now.
Yeah.
And I want to be the reason that we win or lose because I have thick skin and I'm able to take it. So I had to learn at an early age that
Mm.
there's people that never want to get in the game. All they want to do is just cheer and reap the benefits of your labor and your hard work.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, but might I also add there are people like that, but there's also people on the bench that really just want to be on the bench. And
Yeah.
they fuel you with their positive energy and support.
Oh yeah. But and I'm gonna take it a step further, Varsity. You know what I am to you? I'm that dude way up there that you can't even hear clapping for you.
Oh, sir,
But
yes.
just
Yes.
know that I'm up
Yes.
there
Yes.
clapping for you.
Yes. Yes.
Just know that I'm there supporting you, and I'm there for a reason. I feel like I'm getting mad dark up in here, so I'm gonna turn a light on for you. Oh, that wasn't enough.
I didn't tell, but I'm in the okay. Okay, I
Okay,
see the
yeah, we
difference now.
good.
I see the
Yeah,
difference now. The sun is
but
going down.
yeah. So I'm always up in the rafters cheering for you, hoping that you make it and you win. There's enough room out here for everybody to win.
Mm.
And that's what's wrong with business is everybody feels that
Yeah.
it's only them that can win.
Oh, bro, that
Um,
was so beautiful. I
yeah,
feel the same way. Oh, that was so beautiful.
I
That was
appreciate
so
it.
beautiful. It doesn't even matter the distance, the proximity
Right,
that you are to
right.
a person.
Yeah.
You can cheer for someone and they feel that
Hmm.
no
Oh
matter
yeah.
where they are.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. For real.
I'm blessed to know you.
Thank you
I
as
really am.
well. Likewise.
I'm blessed to know
Likewise.
you. When I think of that season of my life, you are there in that collage.
Thank you.
And I'm so happy and honored that you were willing to be a guest on Take Care
Oh yeah.
Tuesday. Give
Oh
us a
yeah.
man's perspective of positivity and light and love and
Hmm.
abundantness. And thank you. I honor you so, so much. So
Thank you.
tell us before we leave, how do people stay connected to you? What you got going on? Give it to us.
Um, well, you can reach me on my website, djsnead.com, DJSNEAD. Um, I DJ. Um, I I would like to also, let people know that there's major platforms out here that you can build yourself. You don't have to be a victim and be a puppet to these platforms that you don't agree with. It's 2022. You can go out and build your own platform, whether that's on, Twitch, whether that's, your own
Yeah.
website, your own anything. Go out and do it. Believe me, I did it. And you got to do it. That's what it's about. But anyway, Snead's World, you can hit me up here on IG, Facebook, DJ Snead, Twitch, Snead's World. Um, I got a podcast, and hopefully Varsity comes on soon.
Yes,
It's
yes,
called it's
please.
called Let's Get Booked, and the podcast is really about just giving business owners their platform to come on and promote themselves and their business or whatever they do. It comes on. So listen, every Friday, let's get booked. Tap in, go listen. I've
Yeah.
had so many great guests on there. My homie DJ Reese 2.0 has been on there, and there's a lot of things that I really can't talk about because I'm a businessman and I sign NDAs. So, but just know that I got some very, very, very dope stuff coming up, and I can't
That's
wait.
dope.
Yeah,
I'm so proud of you. I'm
yeah,
so proud of you.
yeah.
Okay, listen, this is the first time ever in Take Care Tuesday history. We have some questions. Are you down for
Oh,
that? I know I've taken up
yeah.
this family time.
What's the questions?
All right, DJ Reese said, "With this is for both of us. So, with everything you've experienced and know today, what's the one thing you would tell your 18-year-old self that would change
Ooh,
your life as you know it?"
ooh,
It's a
my
really good question,
18.
Reese.
That is a good question, Reese. But think about this. So at 18, I had a baby on the way.
Oh my God.
So there's really not much that
Mm.
I would change because she's my world. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
yeah.
I would tell myself this: save money. Um,
Yeah.
you know, just save money and pull your pants up.
I should have felt the joke coming. I should have felt it. It was just ready. It was primed. But that's the way your timing is just up.
Right.
Okay. So
What would you say?
I'm not big on regrets. I used to
Right.
be. The only thing, 18-year-old self, man, I should have went to a HBCU college.
Ah, that's dope.
I should have did that. I was
That's
so
dope.
afraid and in
Where'd you
my
end up
head.
going? Right
I went to
state?
Wright State in Dayton.
Right.
Child, I ain't go nothing but an
Hey,
hour and a half away from school. And I
hey,
love Wright State. And I met
yeah,
my
my wife went
best
to Wright State.
friend, Dorothy, and I had some amazing friends and experiences from that. So it's hard. I don't regret it, but I wish I would have not lived my life so fear-based back then.
Yeah,
But I also just love the life I have. So there's a reason why I didn't go
right,
there. But yeah, I wish. I want someone to give me an honorary PhD. I want
right.
Howard. Let me just put it out there. I want
There it is.
Howard to give
There it
me
is.
an honorary PhD. And for me, that goes into the question of what's something you want to see it accomplish in the next 5 years. I would
Who
love
said that?
is it Sanai?
Oh, Sayana. That's my daughter. Oh,
Sayana.
wow.
Who is that?
That's my daughter.
Oh, hi, Sayana. Hi, daughter.
What is
That's my
something?
answer.
Hold on. What was it? What is
What's
something?
something you want to see and accomplish in the next 5 years?
Um, I want to see. I want to see my whole team winning.
Oh,
Um, and when I say my whole team, I mean everybody that everybody has ever touched my brand.
correct.
You
Correct.
know what I'm saying? Like I can really see like me and Reese just on a boat in the middle of the ocean, just doing
Yes.
dumb stuff, talking
Yes.
about which Fago tastes the best. You know what I mean? The
Y'all so
best
ignorant.
flavor of
Y'all so
Fagos.
ignorant.
You know what I mean? Come on. Hey, it's always gonna be peach for me, but you know, the firework is working its way up. But I need
Listen,
Fago to
invite
pay
me so
me.
I could be the judge. I'll be the judge. Just invite. I just want to be there. You know, it's so
For real.
crazy. All of my visions also entail my community. Like I
That's
always
dope.
tell my girls, I want us to pack up. Don't pack. I got a flight.
Hmm.
I got the nanny. The kids is coming. We got a nanny for
Wow.
the kids. She
That's
coming
dope.
too.
That's dope.
We live in life. It's on me,
Hmm.
you know, and I just want to pour into the people that have poured into me in the most epic way.
Right. That's dope.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
And,
yeah.
and I would love to just have this big party, like a big old party, or like a big wedding,
Yeah.
and I'm there DJing, and we
Yeah.
just having a blast. Is that
Yeah.
Spark, man? What else, Spark? I see you, baby. I love you, man. I
Ah!
love you. Hey,
Oh,
yeah. What's up?
that's
Hey,
dope.
shout out to everybody. I love you
Yes,
guys.
thank
Varsity,
you.
thank you so much for bringing me on. This has been
Thank
amazing.
you. Thank
And
you.
thank you for allowing me and giving me time to share, you know, my experiences and, you know, TCT, you know.
Yes,
We
yes.
we
Every
we
day
need to, yeah, let's go ahead and
we
can
gotta.
we turn that into
We
a
need
can
to
we copyright
copyright and
that? We
brand
need
it.
to
Yeah,
copyright it.
we definitely do. We definitely
Yeah,
do. We definitely
yeah.
do.
You can get it tattooed and stuff.
Now I love a tat. Don't get me started. Ah! Thank you
Yeah,
so much to everyone that
thank you.
listened. Don't forget to
Yeah,
keep in touch with Snead. Follow
yeah,
him, support him,
for real.
keep up to date on when he's DJing the next amazing event. And I will
Yeah,
see you guys back here in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Take care.
Take care Tuesday already.
Bye.
Peace.